Hello, my friend. I'm so glad you could stop by today. We're back with Nyarenta, and she is doing some fishing because we have, you know, uh, no money. Well, we do have a little money, I should say, but not a whole lot. But what we do have also is a tenant rule violation. 3 is the riverfront has violated the no trash overload rule. The neighbors wouldn't be surprised if the whole whoops, there it jumped on me. The whole building gets pests. Post fine remotely using the mailbox or prosecute fine directly to the tenant household to enforce consequences for their misconduct. All right. So, first I'm going to do the one with the mailbox. So, we click on the mailbox and we have post fine for breaking rules for no trash overload. Okay, that's 600 simoleons. This is the big reason why I went ahead and added rules. Though I might find some of the rules a little ridiculous, I kind of, I needed to do it for the sake of maybe actually making some money at this endeavor. We do have now our 2 residents, and okay, we actually have a little glowy thing here. Oh, grace period is active. Okay. Can we raise the rent? Let's raise it up to 10. Are you going to let me do that? Oh, wait. Maybe not. Oh, there we go. Okay. So we'll raise that to 10. And is this the same? Okay, that one is 16. Okay, he broke the rule and we will let him stay. Well, not 187. But we are going to change it to 18 for the rent. Your attempt to gain compensation failed. Unit rating has fallen as a result. All right, we are going to visit Robertson. Let's see. Visit unit. Yes, okay. We're going to go see if we can actually deal with this in person. I'm not sure if that's going to be an option when we have already filled by doing it through the mail. All right, so we do have a new moodlet. It says treacherous. Wow. It says treacherous tenants from failing to receive a fine. Naya's tenants are playing fast and loose with the rules, even ignoring a polite request for fair compensation. They must think this agreement is a joke. All right, so we are going to go ahead and apparently eavesdrop was going to be an option. Okay, well let's do that. Let's go ahead and eavesdrop. I was hoping that we could run into the tenant. Oh, he's right here. Okay, let's see. No secrets here. Perhaps a life of hunting for another's dirty laundry, blah, 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 blah. Prosecute, fine. Okay, we do have the option to do it in person. So let's see if he's as tough when we are in person. I do realize that a $600 fine is a little steep. Okay. Oh. There we go. Now we got our 600 simoleons. And it says Nosy Nancy. Maybe the secret was how bad Naya is at finding other people's secrets. All right, that was pretty funny. All right, but we do have 975 simoleons now. So we may soon be able to actually, I don't know, finish some walls. Well, see, he may have a problem with the fact that he had to pay a 600 simoleon fine. But we do now, in fact, have a front door and a complete building, like a fully enclosed actual building for the main club area or, shared space. So yeah, we're going to be back to the fishing because honestly, that is the only way we're really making money if people aren't doing anything to violate rules. It's definitely not the rent that they're paying that is keeping us, yet it's going down. Oh, it's saying grace period is active. So can I raise your rent? Let's see. Sure, we can raise your rent. And I think yours was already up there at max, so we're good there. All right, so yeah, that's kind of weird. Okay, I thought the grace period would have been over. they do have the opportunity to leave if they don't like the changes that I've made. But I'm hoping that we can kind of balance this out and give them a little bit more to make what they're paying worth it. At some point, we may have to evict once we have enough money to make some changes to the units, but so far we're still at a loss. All right, Naya is back from her latest day at work, and we were actually able to plant quite a bit here. We had several pairs from the last round, and I'm actually just going ahead and dropping a bunch down. I would not be doing this if it were not part of her job to be gardening. At some point, I will organize this, but anyway, I thought it would be fun if there was, a bit of a pear orchard. There is one apple floating around in there somewhere. We're gonna sell the rest of this stuff though, just because we need the income. And yeah, I'm mainly focusing on the pears. Eventually, I'll get rid of these, but it's helping us to build her skill there. And one of the things that I think I need to do, even though it's not an expense I would like to be using right now, is getting a vacuum. The ground is getting rather yikes, and I'm gonna have her plant all of this first. I actually probably should have done that from the other side first. Yeah, we need a vacuum to start dealing with the dust because I don't want that to cause a fire. I could turn the dust off, but what would be the fun in that? Well, at least she finally reached gardening level 2. We could use a couple more instances of things breaking in order for us to be able to build up that handiness skill. We're really struggling with that. My only thought process would be perhaps buying some books or something to help there, because we're not getting them through just natural instances here. It's really a struggle. I am going to hop into build mode and buy that vacuum so we can deal with that, and then probably after she eats, she's going to have to do a bit of fishing again. Well, this may be the answer to help us out just a little bit more here. We've got the lovely call that we get, and we are going to say under what conditions, because that gives us an automatic 2,500 simoleons. I will be honest, I kind of wish they would update that with a few different options so that it's not quite so predictable, but as long as it's predictable, we're going to take advantage of that. As you can see, I have already added an additional unit, but there is not currently any like furniture in it or anything like that. We're also going to toss another one over here, and I'm realizing that my lot line here, or my property, is not as centered as I thought it was, but we will make some adjustments there. Okay, so we can have 6 units all together. So I think I'm going to make some rearrangements here just to kind of, whoops, can I unhide it and move it? Cannot be edited. Okay, well, we're gonna have to wait on that. All right, what I'm thinking is actually lining the 3 properties along the sides. And okay, we're gonna move this forward and probably over one, I guess. I thought it was centered, but perhaps not. And we're gonna take this here. All right, I'm gonna make some little changes here, but I just want to get these 2 units together. They will match the other units. I think if I can, I'm going to upgrade the bed so that we can actually, what I might do is just place these all alongside each other, like so. Although that means I'm still not going to be able to fit that one into the side there. We will have to eventually figure out an arrangement. I definitely want to get them all arranged in a way that makes sense, and in a way that will allow for expansion at some point. Apparently we lost the roofing for this as well, so we're going to have to deal with that, but I'll check right back in a second. Alright, so this is where we are for now. I'm going to go ahead and add some residents to fill these vacancies. We are going to put in the usual, it's a 1,000 simoleon fine for that one. Alright, well we're going to place this at 18 at first. See what we have. Okay, 10. That is just not feasible for this space. So we're going to have to go and put this at 9, which is an understandable amount of rent. Unfortunately, our tax goes up at the same time as our rent, so that is problematic. But Ventkataraman? Wow. That is a mouthful. Alright, so he or she has joined that spot. At some point, I want to renumber these so they're in order as well, because everything is all over the place. I'm just gonna go here and see. Okay, we have McPherce, who can come in at 9, so we will go ahead and do that with 1 day and select McPherce. All right, I mean, understandably, they're not all willing to pay a lot of money for what are essentially some very, very generic and basic apartments. And I think the majority of us would probably not want to rent a tiny room with one single bed and nothing else, and then have to share a bathroom and kitchen with yet 4 other people that we just don't know. I mean, yeah, all around, not an ideal situation. So it could be said that they're probably over. Dude, yeah, we start out not liking him. Actually, wasn't he a resident of ours before? We do need to apologize to him for something. I will work on it. Perhaps we need to. He does look familiar. I have like a bit of a bad memory sometimes, so we're just gonna go ahead and. Oh, queue is full. Oh, I'm so used to. I have a queue extender mod that I use that allows. I think it's up to 18 interactions to be queued up, and I have gotten rather used to having that. So I definitely need to remember to add that back into my game. Alright, could you... I realize it's a bit dirty, but I don't think it necessarily has to take this long. Oh, I should mention, I just arranged the pear trees into kind of a fence-like shape around the front and add a little path. Extended this building by 1 block heading out this way so that it's centered. Eventually, what I think I want to do is like have 1 here and then 1 behind, kind of a thing. I'll figure it out. I might even also take to stacking them and creating like a, actual apartment building. I have not decided yet. These things are gonna kind of, this conversation is not going well, and it's hurting our rental issue too. So yeah, we're gonna send you home. You go home and cool off, dude, because alright, enthuse about cats. We really like cats. Perhaps you like cats. Share some fishing tips. Discuss interests. It wouldn't hurt if we could be a friend with at least one of the people who lives in this. Or, now what are we angry about? Aggravating conversation. It's gotta be from the last guy, because certainly not this guy. Oh, hello. Oh, thank you for cleaning. Let's give you a Tomarani introduction. I'm not even sure if you are a resident. You're not even a resident. Must be one of the neighbors' friends or relatives. I'll just make that assumption. Alright. Lien? Oh, jeez. She's ready to fight. Hasn't even done anything. Oh, wait. Handing this thing. Hang on. No, okay, wait. I'll say hello in a moment. Wait, do you have a twin? Okay. Kind of looked very similar for a second there. I thought the clothes looked the same, and then I'm like, wait a second, what? Oh, she's coming to my door to visit. Ava Harjo. Okay, we're getting some actual... Yeah, we have to get to level 3. We're gonna need a lot more things to break in order for this to happen. Hey, this is popping now. All right, we got some actual stuff going on. Excellent. Okay, well, I should say hello to you too. I don't know why you're at my door, but I will say hello. And then I think she needs to get some sleep. We have 172 simoleons left, and we work in 10 hours. I don't know that we're going to get any fishing done today, but we will at least have work. Oh, we actually had another tenant break a rule. It was 3 is the riverfront. I believe that's the same one as last time. No social events. So many random sims coming and going. I did notice that. Um, and the neighbors are finding it very disruptive. Post fine remotely using the mailbox or prosecute fine directly to put an end to this nonsense. Alright, so everyone's getting going, and that was this one. So I think we will need to visit the unit. I really wish that it told us the number of the unit or something so that we knew what we were doing. Alright, so we don't have the option. Okay, now we can knock on the door. I wasn't getting the option to knock on the door, so that was a little weird. Okay, come on in, but nobody's here. Where are you so that I can... Okay, I'm not getting the option here. So I'm going to have to, I guess, try doing it. So this is not the tenant of this particular. So I can't... So I'm going to have to do it this way. No social events. It is the same guy as last time. So this guy just likes to break rules, I guess. So we may have to consider... Alright. We may have to consider letting him go, but at the same time, I really don't want to because I kind of like the fact that we've now made 1,200 simoleons off of him breaking rules. But anyway, she's off to work. We'll check back in shortly. Right tool for the right job. Nothing beats the open road, breathing in all of that fresh air. It's always nice to step out of the normal day-to-day and go on a job out of town. Well, that would be the case if Naya remembered to properly pack her tools this morning. It's going to be hard to complete this task missing crucial tools for the job. I am going to delay the job. I'm probably going to regret it because I always regret... Okay, well, the tenant rule violation failed. We've got a lingering ghost, so we got to deal with that. At the end of the day, a job well done is a well done job. Naya figured that trying to hack up some half-baked solution could work, but it's always best to do the job right the first time. Luckily, urgency wasn't a factor, and the job was completed relatively quickly, even with the lost time of heading back to retrieve the missing tools. Alright, so when she gets back, we're going to have to confront this ghost, because we need to deal with the ghosts or we lose ratings. Yay. Alright, she brought home 88 simoleons, and now she's going to confront the ghost.
Oh, Zatork.
Okay, but how do you feel about it? Okay, we did confront the ghost. Let's try a little friendly introduction. You know, give it a chance here. Alright, you know, Francine, we do need you to leave. If you're not gonna leave, I guess we're gonna have to exercise you. Okay, well, she has to actually be haunting an object for us to do that. So, okay, great job taking care of that haunted ghost. As a result, the unit rating went up. Excellent. All right, we're going to go ahead and clean up here. And let me check her needs. Needs are actually really good after coming home from work, so that is a surprise. We're going to have her scavenge for parts, only because we desperately need the money and the parts, to be honest. So if we can get parts... Oh, wait, we need to spray for bugs. If we can get parts that allow for us to upgrade without having to buy the parts, that is going to help us with our goal here as well. We do have 2 days now until work, so we should be doing some fishing. And yeah, seeing as her needs are not bad, we're going to go and... Oh, we're going to examine the water thoughtfully and then go fishing. While she was fishing, I realized that we can actually click on a travel to unit option here next to the names. So because I still need to deliver that, okay, it should be one of these. Okay, yeah, deliver fine for no social events. Okay, so yeah, there is a way to know which one we need to go to by just going here. It actually tells us the unit and the name of the resident. This resident is not super happy. We are going to collect our fine, and then I do believe I'm going to be taking him out of here. So we are going to justly evict him. This does make sense, in my opinion, that we would evict someone who has been continuously breaking rules. I guess you're running over to wherever he is. So while you're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and sell off the fish that you bought or caught, which was really kind of sad, not a whole lot, because I honestly didn't give her a whole lot of time to do that. All right, are we really going to run halfway across the world just to tell him? Wait, was that a plant? Like an actual. That almost looks like a harvestable. And for just a moment, I thought maybe we had a new harvestable. But I feel like somebody would have mentioned that at some point. Okay, I guess she is going to run all the way over there just to evict him, so that's wonderful. We're going to head back home when she's done, get something to eat, and get a new tenant. All right, so this is what I have come up with. It's not the most beautiful lot, but we don't have a lot of space to work with, and kind of allowing for each of the units to be, the kind of their own thing, and keeping it so that it's easy for everyone to access the main unit. Eventually, as I've said, this will probably become more of a traditional, like, multi-story apartment building, but for now, this is kind of what we're working with. Now, two of the units do not currently have a bed, so we won't be able to rent those out, but we will have 3 open units plus our own, and I've now numbered it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to make it easy. I have also separated the toilet and the shower so that there's a reduced chance of embarrassment, and hopefully that will just kind of help general quality of life. So now we need to fill the vacancies, keeping in mind that 5 and 6 are not available. So we will keep the whole idea of the multi-rule situation here. All right, not a 17. One day. All right, let's see what the rent is. Okay, we can give it to Van for 14, which is awesome. So we will do that. Okay, and Van, I think that would be the proper pronunciation there. All right, and now we will fill the vacancy in 3. So same rules as the other, and we're going to have a 1-day lease length, and let's see what we get in for rent. Okay, Rivera can do 18, so I think that is what we're going to do, since that is our max rent as well, and might as well get what we can out of it. Our unit taxes are 250 right now, so we definitely need to get that rent up. Okay, so 2, 3, and 4 will be available. So as soon as possible, I will add like beds to the other 2 and try to get that sorted out. Okay, so both of these can do 15, but because it's only a single bed, we're going to bring in McPherce, who we do keep bringing in. Oh, I missed how much that was again. 15. Okay, actually that's really good considering they're basically renting a bed. Okay, so selecting McPherce and moving you in. Okay, so we have 47 in daily rental income and a unit tax of 250, which means we are losing 203 simoleons a day. So I would say, as usual, things are going super well. We have 30. Actually, I'm not going to serve dinner. They can cook their own meals. I am going to go ahead and get her something to eat, And I think that that will be where we call it for today. No, she doesn't dislike hardworking Sims. She is a hardworking Sim. That would be like disliking herself. That's just not going to happen. All right, so she's going to get something to eat. She's going to take care of herself, get some fishing done in the 2 days until she has to work again. And it will probably be a few days until you see me and Naya again. It was great to have you here. Just a little request or reminder, if you are enjoying this channel, please feel free to like, subscribe, share with a friend, leave a comment, let me know what you're thinking. Have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you again tomorrow.